Suprabhatam, Suswagatam. Now we have come to the last chapter of the Bhagavad Gita. First chapter gives the introduction, opening scenario of the whole drama, how Arjuna got into a conflict, whether duty is better, whether ethics, compassion, love, sacrifice is important, which is better of the two. That's the opening scenario which brought Bhagavad Gita to action. And in the last chapter here, just like in a thesis, Krishna summarizes most of the thoughts, most of the ideas with which he done. So, this chapter is called Moksha Sannyasa Yoga. How to reach the moksha. That's what it is. It is a summary of the Bhagavad. There are 78 slokas in this particular chapter. Sloka number 1 to 12 talks about the renunciation as mentioned as sannyasa. What is the difference between sannyasa and tyaga? That's what he brought out in this thing. And from verse 13 to 18, the 5 factors of action has been mentioned. So, what are these 5 factors? Adhisthana, then we have the karta, karanam. Adhisthana is the body on which the field of action that takes place. Then karta, the doer. We all do the action in this thing. Karanam is the instrument or senses which we do. Then we have the chesta, actual effort or action. And daiva, and the external forces, cosmic forces. These are the 5 factors collectively contribute to the performance of any action. This is what he mentioned there. Then, ignorance is the cause of action, leads to distorted perception of reality. We do not know what is this reality about. We think we are only this body. We have happiness outside, objects only. We have such ignorance that leads us to the wrong actions. So therefore, understanding the reality, understanding the total knowledge is very important to go in the right direction. That's the dimension he talks about. Then, sloka number 19 to 40, he talks about the threefold division of knowledge, action and doer. Gnana, Gnata and Jnaya. All the 3 aspects have been described in great deal. Seer, seen and the process of seeing. Action, the person who do the action that is done and the process of action. All these things have been put forth. Then 41 to 48. What are the duties? How we have to perform? What are the duties of the 4 varnas, the 4 categories of people? That has been put forth. And 49 to 55 is the path to liberation. How we go into the path of liberation. Daivi sampad vimokshaya, as I said. And the last 56 to 66, what is the ultimate teaching? Then verses 67 to 78, he gives the conclusion. This is how he has systematically built the summary in a very beautiful way, just like in a modern PhD thesis. That's the grandeur of Bhagavad Gita. It is made so scientifically brought forth in the whole thing. So, the 3 gunas are our personality traits, which we all have been seeing. Tamas, Rajas and Sattva are the 3 gunas. So, we all do all our actions we do according to the predominance of a guna. If my tamas predominant, I will do accordingly. Laziness, lethargy, drowsiness, sleepiness. If I'm rajas predominant, with passion. I want this, passion, and so on and so forth. So, they are the bondages. Because all the 3 are bondages, And therefore, he has told in the Karma Yoga, you have to go beyond the gunas, So, rajas to sattva. Initially, we start from tamas to rajas, rajas to sattva. From there, we have to go beyond the gunas. So, how to go beyond the thing? You have to remove the attachment in that. Attachment to the guna has to be removed. That is gunatita sthiti, as it tells. Then you take to the unattached action. So, duties are essentially unattached action. So, he emphasized renunciation and the path of liberation for total freedom. If you want to reach the highest goal of perfection, liberation, you have to detach and do the work. You should not detach from action itself. You must do the actions in a detached way. And that is the duty. You must perform all things in the form of a duty. And in Tyaga we said, it is karma phala Tyaga. That is the attachment to fruits. Therefore, Krishna explains the duties of each varna, the importance of selfless action and devotion. So ultimately, what is the conclusion? He gives to Arjuna, okay, now I have given you the whole knowledge. Having given you the whole knowledge, now it is free for you. Whatever you want to do that. You want to go this way, Karma Yoga way, you want to go this way, you do. You want to leave the entire field and go away, it is left to you. But Arjuna, having understood everything, also seen the Vishwarupa Darshana, everything, he says, yes, I am going to fight. That's how from the state of complete confusion and despondency, Arjuna is brought into action by the total knowledge base that we have. So in this particular shloka, the 8th verse that we are doing these things, how we are going to see the dimensions related to rajas, rajasic thing. Dukkham iti eva yat karma kaya klesha bhayat tyajet sa krutva rajasam tyagam na eva tyaga phalam labhet. It says. What it says, when there is difficulty in a particular action, they are too much difficult, I can't do that. Dukkham iti, kaya klesha bhayat. You think if I'm going to do, I may break my legs, I break my neck, therefore I don't want to do that. When you find difficulties in any action and you leave that one, though it is the right action, you have to do this thing, but you don't do this because kaya klesha bhayat, because of the fear of breaking your legs and other things. If you leave this thing, then that's called as the rajasa tyagam, sakrutva rajasa tyagam. Then the tyaga that you do, is rajasic thing. And tyaga phalam na labhet. By doing that, the phala you are not going to get. By tyaga, by doing the sacrifice, you are going to get phala. The phala could be in the form of material thing, phala can be in the form of good karma, phala may be in the form of good health, it can be form of good happiness, everything can be there. But all these things you will not get because you are afraid of doing things which are little difficult. You must come here and sit continuously in Padmasana or Sukhasana, So you don't do that. You go on changing and changing and changing. Because you are getting, I'm getting pain here, I'm getting pain here. You are sitting here, you got a call for this thing, I will go away. Such simple things. From there it starts up. So like that, if you start running away from action because of the kaya klesha bhaya, then the phala is not going to get. It is the rajasic tyaga. He is talking about the tamasic tyaga, rajasic tyaga, and what is the sattvic tyaga he is going to mention. He is summarizing the whole process of tyaga. With that, we close today. Over to our Deputy Registrar to introduce our Director of CCRH.
Thank you, Guruji. Suprabhatam, very good morning. Among us today, we have very special guests from Central Council of Research in Homeopathy, Ministry of Ayush, Government of India. I am very glad to introduce them. Shri Dr. Subhash Kaushik Ji, Director General, TRI, and Dr. Devdutt Nayak Ji, Research Officer. I am very glad to announce that they are here to make an MOU with S-VYASA to research in homeopathy. Thank you for coming, sir. Thank you for your move. I request Honorable Guruji and dignitaries to honor them with shawl.
It's my pleasure to be associated with S-VYASA, and we are going to do some basic and fundamental research, clinical research, especially in hypertension and diabetes. And next year we will start working on cancer. With the blessings of Guruji, I am overwhelmed and thank you very much.
सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः